now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place, and we're talking barbershop talk. Yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits, everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. Barbershop talk. Come on, everybody. We're here at James Place. Barbershop. We're talking barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. At James Place. Barbershop talk. Where nothing's off limits. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. At James Place. Barbershop talk. Everything's on the table. And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place, and we're talking barbershop talk. Yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits, everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk Live. We are live here at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. The day is Wednesday. You know what the day is. I know what the day is. You know what the day is. The day is Wild Wednesday, but we also call it Barbershop Talk Live. Today, we got a special conversation with a special guest. But before we get into our conversation with our special guest, I want to give acknowledgement to those people behind the scenes that make this program what it is today. First person I want to give a shout out to is my good friend, Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter, Whip Senate Shea Butter. If you don't have this product in your home, shame on you. I'm talking about Whip Senate Shea Butter, coconut, Island Paradise, mint, Tropical Paradise, strawberry, all the different flavors. Get this product in your hand. You can also give her a call at 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Mint, Whip, Senate, Shea Butter. Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. Also, seriously, if you need a problem, if you have a problem with your lawn, with your yard being maintained, with your trees getting cut down, or you want to maintain your pond, give my good friend Alan Odom a call at 706-294-8493. That's 706-294-8493. Tell him John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live say I'm coming to get that deal. I'm telling you, give him a call again. That's 706-294-8493. Alan Odom, Pond Maintenance. Listen, check your calendar. Circle the date, stamp it, mark it out, whatever you need to do, but get ready for April the 20th. I'm talking about April the 20th right here in the CSRA, Augusta Common. What we got a god doggone old school, I said a god doggone old school 70s party. If you ain't there, shame on you. I'm going to get this fist and bust your face if you don't get your place in the old school 70s party. Augusta Common, April the 20th, 2024. Who we got on the lineup? I got Nelson Curry, the Sugar Shack Man. I got Troy Jackson, South Atlantic Band. I also got Matthew Davis and the Matthew Davis Band. Also, don't forget, Linwood Homes Sounds Unlimited. Yes, sir, I said Linwood Homes Sounds Unlimited. CSRA, get your tickets. Stop by Jay's Place Barbershop. You got tickets, I got tickets. I'm telling you, also you can go to Eventbrite. This is an HIV fundraiser, Angelic Community Resource. We are doing a fundraiser we do every year to make sure you, and especially you, know your status. So we are putting together these funds to keep getting the things in the community to get people tested, know their status, know their partner status. Again, April the 20th, Augusta Common, there's an old school 70s party. I'm telling you, get your Afro wigs, get them bear bottles. I'm talking about get them big old earrings. We're going to have a good old funky good time. Just in case you show up, I might sing a song. But listen, I'm telling you, go, and please go to Eventbrite to get your tickets to the old school 70s party. Listen, let me get a little serious. It is a HIV fundraiser, so you need to know your status, your partner status. So I'm telling you, do this for yourself, do this for your partner, and you also know your status. Listen, I'm telling you, you have been governed. You heard the announcements. As the old folks say, govern yourselves accordingly. I'm glad you're here. But listen, today, again, is a special day because we have a conversation with a special guest. Listen, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, even tell your enemies to tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. You can also follow us on Facebook. Also follow us on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. So listen, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed with the conversation that we're going to have with our special guest today. If you want to give a question to our special guest, give us a call. 706-426-1533. 706-426-1533. It's a live line. Call and talk to our guests. Got a question for our guest? You want to call and talk to me? You got a question for myself? You can also give us a call at that same number, 706-426-1533. Without further ado, I want to introduce to you and introduce to some my special guest tonight, Miss Amber Brantley. What's up, girl?
Hi, how you doing tonight?
You better give me something. You all right?
I'm doing all right. How you
All
doing
right,
today?
I'm good. You looking good?
Thank you so much. You too.
Man, don't fool me now. Don't fool me now. I've been trying to look light-skinned, but
no, not light skin.
I've been trying to look right in here because I knew you was coming.
But I'm not light skinned.
Well, we looking good. How about that?
We look good together. How about that?
Good to see you. Listen, now,
Good to see you.
I know with your crazy schedule, it took me months to get you on the schedule.
Oh, no, not months.
It
now.
took months to get you on the
Don't
schedule.
tell the people it took months.
It took months.
It took 1 month.
You made it here, and I'm glad you're here. The people are glad you're here. So listen, before I go into our conversation that I want to have with you, I do what I call let my fingers do the walking.
Okay.
I let my fingers do the walking.
Okay.
And also, if I can't do it, I let the people behind the scenes do the walking. I got a crew that put this thing together to make Barbershop Talk Live what it is today.
Okay.
So some of the stuff that I know already about you, some stuff I don't know about you.
Okay.
So, Amber, what I want you to do, I want you to look into that camera and tell the people on the other side, which is the Barbershop Talk Live world, who is Amber Brantley?
So Amber Brantley is a woman who was born in Savannah, Georgia. I was raised in Effingham County in a city called Clio, Clyo. So I am officially a country girl. I grew up in the country, call it the woods. My parents, they were married last year, 42 years. My mom passed away in June, and I'm one of 5 children. So I'm the baby girl. I have a younger brother, 2 older sisters, and the oldest is a boy, so I have an oldest brother. We grew up in the country, grew up Pentecostal, going to church 3 times a week. Oh, no catch the spirit in here now, not on the show now, come on. But no, I grew up Pentecostal, the best thing ever. My parents really taught us morals and values and really laid that foundation of who Jesus Christ is. So I'm very appreciative to my upbringing. I went to Effingham County High School, graduated in 2007, went down to Valdosta. I moved with my middle sister, started at Georgia Military College, got my associate's degree in criminal justice. Transferred to Valdosta State University, received my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, minor in paralegal assistant studies. Worked at the public defender's office in Valdosta for 2 years as an administrative assistant. I received my master's degree in administrative justice and security, and then I decided to go to law school. I went to law school.
Wait a minute, Amber. I know this is a live show, but I got to stop it. Can I stop you?
Stop me.
You went from Savannah, Effingham. What you know? What now? Since you said Savannah, Effingham County, do you know where I'm from?
Where are you from?
I'm from a big little town called Waycross, Georgia.
Oh, yeah, I know Waycross.
So you know about Ware County.
I know about Waycross.
You know how we always beat y'all up in football every
Oh,
year.
wait, now, I don't know
So
about
you know
that
about
now.
that.
Hold on
You
now,
know-
because I was a
I-
cheerleader from middle school all the way to high school, so I don't know about that.
You was a cheerleader?
Cheerleader for football and basketball, so I don't
didn't
know
know
nothing
that.
about Ware County beating us now.
Check it. Check it. Google
I'll
it.
fact check you now.
Check it. Go down there and beat the brace off them schools. But listen, see now you kind of, as you said, you came up, grew up in Savannah,
I grew up in Effingham, you're right.
Effingham County.
That's it.
So is Effingham County all that they said it is?
What they say it is.
They say it's a hick town.
Mm.
That's what they say now. I'm just see. I already know, but the people want to know what kind of county is Effingham County, because what you said, you did a little cheerleading down there. You did a little football and basketball cheerleading.
Yeah.
So what led you into that? Because again, was you to be a cheerleader? Was your mom already a cheerleader? You had an older sister cheerleader. You don't just wake up and be a cheerleader. Come on now. What led you to get into all this stuff? No, come on. The people want to know. The people want to know.
No, now, so my dad coached basketball, but he did recreation, so he was one of those recreation dads. So my little brother played football. I didn't start cheerleading until middle school, but you know what's funny? We was
Tell it. We live. Tell it.
So we was raised Pentecostal, and so one of those values of upbringing, we could not wear my daddy's daughters could not wear pants or shorts, anything like that. So my older sister, so you know how parents are with the older kids, they're strict. But when the babies come along, we get a little leeway. So my sisters didn't cheerlead, but I got a little leeway because I was a baby girl. So literally, we were the girls that had to at gym put shorts under your skirts and do gym with your skirt over. Like, you know, they created skirts after that. So that's the shorts and the skirts. Yeah, so my dad gave in. I had to beg him now. I'm telling you, because he ain't play. He ain't play.
Okay. Well, Dad, you did a good job, Dad.
Yeah, I'm a daddy's girl all day.
You did a
but
good
yeah,
job.
yeah.
So I heard Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Pentecostal. Now,
That's my roots.
I don't know if the people in the barbershop talk live world know what Pentecostal mean because I grew up in a big little town called Waycross, Georgia, where I was Methodist.
Oh, okay.
Now, you know how the Methodist, we just going
Yeah, y'all look calm.
we lay it back. We ain't
Yeah.
finna start though. We give you a little
Yeah.
clap every now and
Yeah,
then.
you do.
But y'all go in there and tear up some carpet.
You get on there and get neat.
Y'all get the acting
Knee
a
burn,
fool,
carpet burn on
tearing
your
up
knees.
benches and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I
We
mean,
believe in letting the spirit have
let
its
the spirits
way.
have his way.
Yeah, whatever when the Lord moves, you let him move.
let it move.
Yeah.
No matter who glasses you broke.
Now wait now. You gotta try the spirit by the spirit. Now somebody got some spirit in them that's breaking
Yeah,
stuff
I
and
got
breaking
you.
glass. That might not be
that
the right
might not be-
spirit.
I know about the Pentecostal, but hey, okay. But listen, Barbershop Talk Live Word, you got a question for our special guest, Ms. Amber Brantley. Give us a call at 706-426-1533. You got a question for myself. You can also call me that same number at 706-426-1533. Remember, this is a live line. It's a live conversation. Anything can and will happen, and no question is off limits. You got a question? We're looking forward to hearing from you. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Give us a call, and also call a friend, call a neighbor, call your enemy to tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. We are always live. Remember, it's on your mind. Let's talk about it. Amber,
Yes, sir.
you good?
I'm good.
Don't fool me now.
I ain't gonna fool you now.
Don't fool me.
I ain't gonna fool
Now,
you.
now let's kind of fast forward a little bit because you said a little cheerleading.
Yeah.
You did it. You did that for a while. Then you went on to Valdosta.
Went on to Valdosta. Did a couple of pageants, homecoming queen, all that stuff. But I was really involved in my community in Effingham. Went on to Valdosta, got my degrees, decided to go to law school. I think is where we kind of ended things. I went to Florida Coastal in Jacksonville, Florida. I love Jacksonville. It was beautiful. I love the beach now. See, I'm a Capricorn. You would think I'm
All right.
a water
Oh,
sign, but
it's
I'm
coming
not.
out now. It's coming out. There you go. There you go. It's coming.
But I just love the beach. That's just a comfort of mine. So I just love studying by the beach and everything. So I really enjoyed my law school years. Decided to come back to Georgia to take the Georgia bar. And so that's a little bit about Amber Brantley. Literally, December, I just finished school again. I went back to school. People think I was crazy, but I started school in 2020 during the pandemic. Columbia Theological Seminary. So I actually just finished seminary school. So I'll have 2 dual masters, one in practical theology and one in divinity. So I actually take my walk May 17th.
Wait a minute. So you theological school?
Theological school.
Now let me kind of tie that together. Can I tie that together?
Tied on
So we're
together.
gonna tie that together. So you from Pentecostal
I am.
and you just finished theological school.
I did.
So just hold 1 minute. I'm gonna get the DJ to go bring me the bottle of olive oil. So you can just start. So bring me that big bottle of olive oil. So she
Listen.
finna lay some stuff. Put it on the doorpost, right?
Yeah, I always wanted to study different religions
Okay,
and just kind of
okay.
where it all originated and just learn the history of religion. So it was amazing.
Okay. Now was your dad a pastor?
So my dad is a good old deacon. My mom was a missionary, and then my uncle was actually the pastor. Well, matter of fact, Gino Brantley, who's running for sheriff, his mom was my pastor for growing up, and then once she left, my uncle became the pastor. So it runs in the family.
Runs in the family.
Runs in the family.
All right. Well, I'm still bringing that bottle of olive oil. Let you pray
I
over
pray
it.
over the bottle of oil, and then
Ah.
you can use the oil for whatever you
What I
need
want
it
to
to.
do. Okay. Okay. We keep a bottle in hand just for
That's
that.
it. Listen, I keep a bottle in my purse, in my car, by my bed. You just never know now, because there's some attacks be going on.
Okay, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. So now, I was aware when I met you a few months ago that you was going to this position that you're trying to get into now, and the
Yes.
position you're trying to get into now, if I'm not mistaken, the DA's office.
Yes, district attorney.
Now, I told you I'd be googling stuff, so I'll pay attention. I try to take my
Not
time.
Google.
I be googling stuff. What all that DA stand for? I don't know. Sometimes they use these abbreviations for stuff, so I know what DA stand for. But the people at Barbershop Talk Live World that's watching, they might not know what DA stand for. So what is DA?
All right, so DA stands for district attorney.
Okay, now when you say district attorney, are we talking about just this little small circle? Or we talking about what? When you say district, what district are we referring
Okay,
to?
so the district here that I'm running for is the Augusta Judicial Circuit, which encompasses Richmond County and Burke County.
Okay, all right. So now Richmond County and Burke County, you pretty much that's meaning any crimes that's committed, any felonies that's committed, you are the head attorney over those.
Yes,
crimes?
the political officer. So people have assistants under, the assistants work under the district attorney, and the assistants usually are the ones that work those cases, to prosecute those cases, and then all under the leadership of the district attorney.
Okay. Now, can I back up a little bit? I mean,
Back on
you
up.
don't mind if I back up
Back
because
on
the
up.
barbershop talk like we just jump
Oh
around.
yeah, we
Now,
did kind of just jump around
yeah,
because we was talking about me, and then we just done jumped into the
all
yeah,
this stuff, and
yeah,
that's
and
what we
we
do.
left out a whole big chunk, but you know,
And I got to back up because I hate the folks to see this and wonder why we just jumping around. So let
yeah,
me back up a little bit.
okay.
As you said, you had your little journey from the cheerleading, then you went to Vet Austin. So
You
what?
still stuck
I'm
on the
still
cheerleading now.
we're gonna get the pom
Goodness,
pom stuff.
nah.
We're gonna get a cheer out you before you go. But I'm trying to figure out what led you to get into the law field because everybody just don't.
Just jump into
Yeah,
law.
they got
That's
to be
right.
like I say. You have any brother, doctor, teacher, lawyer, whoever that was already into that, and did you want to get into that field already?
So I'm gonna be quite frank with you. When I was in middle school, I knew that I had three options. Right? Don't laugh, but I'm about to break it down for you.
Break it down.
Okay. So I knew that either I wanted to be a lawyer, a meteorologist, or a teacher. So in middle school now, so living in Savannah, my dad worked at Georgia Pacific, and so a hurricane was coming to the Savannah area, and so we went and sheltered at his place of employment. So I was watching, when the meteorologists be going live in the midst of a hurricane or whatever. So as I'm in middle school looking at the TV, I see this meteorologist standing on the beach at Tybee in the middle of a hurricane, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I will not ever stand and broadcast live in the middle of a hurricane. So I was like, okay, that X's that off. And then I was just like, watching Law and Order, that type of stuff. I was like, you know what? Yeah, like I really thought about the service of that, just really advocating for victims and just the different things that I saw on TV. So I was like, you know what? I can go be a lawyer and still be a teacher because it can go together. Like I can be a professor, I can always teach. So I was like, okay, I can combine the two. And listen, I'm in middle school at this point in time, trying to figure out my path. And so I said I was going to be a lawyer. And to be honest with you, I stuck with it. I never deterred from it after that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
But I was the first to graduate in my family from undergrad college, the first to get a degree in my immediate family. So, no, I didn't see other lawyers in my family or anything like that. It was just something that really pressed upon me in middle school.
Stuck to your dream.
Stuck to it.
Stuck to your dream.
Stuck to it.
So now, as you transition into the law world, and you was at Valdosta State.
Valdosta,
That,
yep.
that was your first college, Valdosta.
Georgia military.
Georgia military.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do any pledging? With those. what sorority did you get into?
So I
or
didn't pledge in undergrad. I actually pledged grad chapter, local here in Augusta, Zeta Xi Omega. So I am a Alpha Kappa Alpha woman, and so I did that. I just pledged. So I'm excited about that.
Okay,
Yep.
you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
You got a lot of hats you wearing around here.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Was again.
But I knew in undergrad that's what I wanted to do.
You knew that.
It was a part of me since undergrad.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, I got you. See us all right again. If you got a question for our special guest, Miss Brantley, you can give us a call again at 706-426-1533. Again, no question is off limit. You also got a question for myself or a comment, or you just want to make a comment on the screen, give us a call at 706-426-1533. Miss Brantley, the people want to know one question.
Uh-oh. Got one already?
See, listen. As I go around and I bring the guests on, the guests also give me questions to ask you.
Okay.
So a lot of time I just like, okay, she's coming on with, ask her this question.
Okay.
So what I try not to do, and I can do it with you.
Okay.
Because I feel we cool because we from the same area back home. So I can do this with you. I can let you look at the questions. You
Okay.
mind watching the question?
Okay, I'll look at it.
Look at the questions. So
Okay.
so these are the questions that I got from the floor and from the people in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So one of the questions they asked me was, as you know, when you're in church,
Okay.
your pastor always got these long sermons, and he give you these letters. These letters the pastor give you. First, he give you 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 hours, and those 3 hours mean something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you the 3 hours what they mean to you.
Mm-hmm.
And now this going back to the sermon because you know how those preachers get long-winded.
Mm-hmm.
So the first hour is risk.
Mm-hmm.
The second hour is reward,
Mm-hmm.
and the third hour is return.
Okay.
So what does risk, reward, and return mean to you? Coming from the floor. I didn't make these questions up. So and all these questions these hours come from your move to get into the DA.
Okay.
What is the risk?
Okay.
What is the reward? And what is the return on that?
Okay.
There you go, right there. There you go.
So so what is the risk for running for district attorney?
What is the risk?
Okay.
What is the reward?
Okay.
And what's the return?
Okay. So the risk, I mean, you you may or may not win the seat. So that's the risk. You're putting yourself out there. You're campaigning. You're, obviously coming out of your comfort zone because this is really not in my comfort zone. So
No. Pentecostal?
this is completely out of my comfort zone because I'm not a politician. Like, this is just, although in 2016, like, I was really led that, okay, God is going to lead you to politics. But didn't know no frame of how it looks or anything like that. So it always just kind of stuck with me. But moving to Augusta, just seeing, how things were, because I began to pray, like, God, put people in position that really have a heart to serve, not these God-led mentalities, just sitting in there collecting the check, collecting the benefits, but not doing the work. So that was my prayer in 2019. So, God has a sense of humor, so why not you? So, you be the change that you want to see. So the risk, putting yourself out there, the biggest risk, also my family, putting my family out there. And, we Pentecostal, we straightforward, ain't nothing, you ain't got to hide nothing, but it's just a matter of, putting in the time and stuff, time is taken away from your family and just really pushing them out of their comfort zone as well. Sometimes you see me at events. I have my daughter with me, just putting her out there. But the risk, you're putting yourself out there. You take a leap of faith, and you just really trust the process, and that God's will be done at the end of the day. So that's the risk. The return for me is to actually win and be able to and to do the work and do what I said I was going to do, because I believe that's very important. You can't just talk the talk, but you got to walk the walk. So you really, we out here, I have a platform: uphold, protect, restore, and that's really what I'm running on. And I'm sitting and I'm sitting here making a vow that this is what I'm going to do, and people want to see results. They want to see that. They want to know that the person that they're voting for is going to get in there and do what they say they're going to do. And so that's the return, is to really serve my community. Because, like I said, I'm not a political. I'm not a public person. I'm just someone that's willing to do the work and wants to do the work because I really want to see change in our community. So being able to implement that change will be the reward. And
Return.
The return is God getting the glory because I was obedient and did what He told me to do. You feel? Let me get the sheet.
She gonna get me happy in here, girl.
Let me get the cover now. Wait now. Wear your glass. Oh, you gonna take your glasses off? You know when the spirit get to moving, the usher got to come up and take the glasses off because we don't want you to break the glasses.
Barbershop Talk Live World, the spirit is already high. Return.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
okay.
It. That's what it is.
I like the 3 hours.
Thank you.
I like the 3 hours.
Thank you.
And I think the people that's listening to they like the 3 hours. What you said also.
Thank you.
So continue to watch and continue to support those 3 hours that you just told us.
Sir, I will.
The 3 hours.
Because I know you'll pick up the phone and be like, hey, now, you remember when you was on Barbershop Talk Live and you told me that you was gone?
You told me.
Call me out. That's what we got to do. We got to call these people out that's in these political offices now.
Okay. Now, listen. Barbershop Talk World, listen, I want to bring something to her attention, and this is question 3.
Okay.
Question 3. Can you read question 3? Mm-hmm. Okay, so question 3 says, well, let me paraphrase question 3. Paraphrasing question 3 is, a lot of people know people. When they know people, they just believe those things that the people do. So in other words, let's give you what question 3 says. Okay. Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Michael Jordan. When you see Michael Jordan, you know that's shoe sales, that's basketball, that's all that kind of stuff. Tiger Woods. You see Tiger Woods, that's golf, that's Masters, and all that kind of stuff. You see all those different guys, and they got great followers. And they got followers bring influence. So that being said, with the Michael Jordan, the Tiger Woods of the world, and all those different guys and all that kind of stuff, now, what is your influence? How are you being influenced, or how do people see you and you influencing them? So when they see you walking down the street, they see you in the grocery store, what do they see? Because again, we know Mike, we can shoot it with the ball, the Tiger with the golf clubs, all that, the Masters. What is Amber influence?
I believe people see me as someone, as my title, assistant district attorney, someone that's out prosecuting cases. So they see me as a prosecutor. And that influence of, she's somebody that, because I mentor, do a lot, give back. So it's just one of those things where people see me like, oh, I know, she looked familiar, or what. Oh, I seen you in the courtroom. Like, so even out here at Food Truck Fridays, people like, oh, I seen you in the courtroom out there prosecute cases. So that's the kind of image that people see of me, I believe. But I want to make a bigger impact than just that person that prosecute cases. I want to be that person. Oh, she's the prosecutor that cares. She's the prosecutor that's fair. She's the prosecutor that we know justice is going to be rendered. So that's just something, I want that legacy, that, when people see me, they know that, oh, she's somebody that I can be proud of. And I think that's what my daughter sees when she looks at me. I have a 5-year-old daughter. We didn't get into my immediate family. We kind of, like you said, we jumping.
I got you.
Yeah. But this year I would have been married for 10 years, July. And I have a bonus son. I've been in his life since he was 3 years old. He'll be 15 this year. And my daughter, she'll be 6 this year. So she goes to school in our community. And so that's my, those are my babies. But I just want her to look at me and see someone that she can be proud of, somebody that really made a difference. Because, in our our families and in our growing up, you really didn't have, outside of church role models, you didn't really have like people in the community that you could look up to and stuff like that. So I really want to be that for young girls in our community.
Okay. I understand. Amber, before we get into this major conversation we're going to have, but I got to pay a bill.
Uh-oh.
Can I pay a bill?
Go pay a bill.
You don't mind if I pay a bill?
Oh, my Lord. Help
If
'em.
we don't pay these bills, these lights will get cut off so quick. I'm talking about this place will get shut down real fast. So I got to pay a bill. Serious Barbershop Talk Live. Well, I want to bring your special attention to my good friend Chris Mullen right here in Augusta, Georgia. He has a company called Freddie Mae Foundation that primarily focuses on men's health, take care of the poor, feeding the guys, educating the guys. So I want you to watch the screen and look at what he's doing for the CSRA. He's feeding the homeless. A lot of good things right here in the CSRA. Again, his name is Chris Mullen, Freddie Mae Foundation, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Watch and see how you can help Freddie Mae Foundation. Chris Mullen. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you. We're back again. My good friend Chris Mullen right here in Augusta, Georgia. His company is called Freddie Mae Foundation. Great organization. I encourage you, I beg you to support this organization, what he's doing right here in the CSRA. A lot of good things he's doing for the homeless, feeding them, clothing them, educating them, and he's also trying to build a home for them. So again, find a way that you can help out Chris Mullen, my good friend right here in Augusta, Georgia, the Freddie Mae Foundation. Do that for yourself, do that for your family, and also do it for your generation to come. Ms. Amber. You good?
I'm good.
Man, I'm glad we're here. I'm enjoying this conversation.
Me too.
I'm enjoying the conversation.
I know.
Because, if I check the family tree, we might be cousins.
We might be.
We might be cousins because you from down that way.
I'm from down that way.
You from down that way. So we might be related.
And my husband from Coffee County. Douglas, Georgia.
Got to be more careful. We might be related. God dog away. Now we beat up on Coffee County all the time.
Wait,
so
now Coffee County won that state.
they won the state. They won the
Like
state.
I went to Coffee County
Nah.
High School. Shout out to Coffee County High School. That's
but
where my
that-
husband graduated
them
from.
Trojans, them Trojans won. I know
They
about
won.
them, I know about
They
them
won.
Trojans, but you don't know
You
about
should have
the,
seen them watching that game.
I saw it. I was rooting for the Trojans. Thank God for the Trojans.
Thank God for the Trojans.
Got to be more careful. But listen, now, again, serious. So if you got a question for our special guest, Ms. Amber Brantley, please, man, please, sir, give us a call at 706-426-1533. Again, it is a live call-in now. No questions off limits. Ms. Amber, you telling me and you telling the Barbershop Talk Live world that you want to be the next DA for Richmond and Burke County.
I want to be the next district attorney for Richmond and Burke County.
Now, again, I don't even know. This is the part I don't know. A lot of stuff I do know, but this is the part I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the stress that's involved with that. I don't know the crazy schedule that's involved with that. I don't know the sleepless nights that's involved with that. I don't even know what's going on when you want to be. Now, you want to be a barber. I can tell you anything about a barber now. I can tell you the world all day long. But I don't know the stress that's involved with that, being a DA. So you telling me in the Barbershop Talk Live world that you want to be the DA. That being said, are you ready for the stress that comes along with that? Are you ready for the sleepless nights that come along with that? Are you ready for the time that you can't be able to sit with your baby and help with homework because you got people calling you, you got lawyers, you got everybody want to pull at you? You ready for that stress? Now, you got it easy now. You got it easy because you can go back to Coffee County and chill. You telling me in the Barbershop Talk Live world, you ready for that stress?
I had this
That's stress.
I had this stress for the past 8 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
you wasn't the DA though.
And listen,
You wasn't the DA, but now
being
you
a-
talking about being the DA.
but listen, being the assistant, to be honest, shout out to the assistant district attorneys that work offices, district attorneys' offices, because they do the work. They do. I'm not saying the district attorneys don't do the work, but I'm just saying the assistant district attorneys, they work cases from warrant level all the way up to trials. And we're the ones in the courtroom, the one negotiating cases, the one that has to sit down and talk to the family members, the victims. We're the ones that have to empathize with the victims, cry with the victims, answer those phone calls from attorneys on the weekends, go inside the office and trial prep over the weekends. So we put the work in now as an assistant district attorney now. I got to just
Amber,
put it on
Amber,
out there, sir. It's a
Amber,
lot of stress.
Amber,
Listen,
I
yes,
hear
sir.
what you're saying, and
Yes,
the people on the
sir.
other side of the screen. But
Hear
let me tell you something. If something happened in this country right now, it might not be, but it always Biden's fault. If the war break out, it's Biden's fault. Biden sleep, chilling. But now if the economy goes up, it's Biden's fault. So everything is they look at the head. They don't look at the assistant.
They do look at the head, but I'm just telling you the level of stress that you were talking about. The assistants have it now because I know, and I'm not trying to just take everything back to just spiritual, but literally when you have a child molestation case, I'm going to give you one of my cases, for example.
All right.
Child molestation case. You have 4 young girls that were molested by their grandfather years ago, and they come to you and you have to trial prep them. You have to relive that situation with them. You have to see the trauma that hits them when you tell them they have to face the person that molested them. When they have to take the stand and testify to jurors that they don't even know and tell them, reiterate to them what happened to them. And to see the perp sitting across from them and to have 4 young girls come to you with tears in their eyes and says, I don't want to, please don't make me go in there. That's a level of stress. Unless you do it, you don't understand it. And so that's the type of stuff we deal with on a day-to-day basis, or even going to trial and losing a trial. Someone that told you somebody did something to them and the jury didn't believe them, and having to see that and deal with that. And, you go home. Sometimes you carry that stuff home. I have to tell my husband, look, I just need, you got to unwind. You got to find ways to deal with it because this isn't an easy job, and it's not for the faint of heart. You have to have a heart and a passion to be a prosecutor, and people don't really understand. And even when I first decided to come down this path of being a prosecutor, I interned at a DA's office in Valdosta for 2 semesters. And then a position opened up. A lady had a seat for 16 years and decided that she was burnt out, because you get burnt out. You do get burnt out. She was like, listen, you intern. We really like you. You think you're interested. And I took that job. But even doing that, I had people say, why are you prosecuting us? Referring to me being African-American prosecuting. Why you want to be a prosecutor? You putting us in prison. No, I'm not putting us in prison. We need to stop breaking the law. That's just something that I didn't tell you to make those decisions or those choices. That's something you decided to do. But when you have an assistant, they get to balance, whether or not to, if their rights have been violated, to dismiss a case, or if the evidence isn't there to dismiss the case, you have the power to offer a plea negotiation as to what you think is fair and just in that case, after consulting with the victims and everybody on the same page, to make an offer, a plea offer that's fair and just, because there is consequences for your actions. And then, if this person decides they want to go to trial, take their chances, 50-50, not guilty or guilty, then that's another whole level to it. But it's a lot that goes on with the assistant as well. And of course, it does fall back on the district attorney. You do have to set guidelines, and how your office is going to stand against crime, and you have to set those boundaries for your assistants. But assistants carry a level of stress that I don't think nobody understands. But like I said, it's a passion. You got to have a heart for it. It's not for just anybody. I never thought I would be a prosecutor, to be honest. I wanted to go into corporate law and make all the money.
All right, now, Amber, as you notice, I have a bunch of questions on this paper.
Oh, yes.
And I'm gonna jump down to number 9.
Okay.
Number 9. Read it slow now.
Okay.
Read it slow. I'm looking at question number 9.
Okay.
And question 9 came from some of the people that's in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And the people in the neighborhood urged me to ask you question number 9.
Oh, urge you to
They
do it.
urged me to say, please don't let her leave without asking her this question.
My Lord.
So the question says, and you was always, I saw a few videos where you was talking about this particular question, and you said the current DA office does not hold the criminals accountable for their actions. You said that. Now, I would have never known unless the people told me to say it. You said that the current DA's office does not hold the criminals accountable for their crimes, such as murder, rape, all those type of different crimes. So sometimes they get out and they do another offense. So what would you do? Or are you telling us that the current DA's office does not hold the criminals accountable for their actions, for these criminal crimes that they're committing? You said it now. You said it.
So when it comes down to that statement that I was making, because that's the P in my protect. So my P is protection, to protect the community from serious violent offenders by holding them accountable. And I also mentioned being the balance that we need in that protection. You have to offer second chances. When second chances are due, people make mistakes. And that's the benefit of negotiating plea offers and different things, to tailor that to people that have made a mistake. People do steal or something like that because they don't have food, different types of those type of crimes. But when you have serious violent cases and people that have criminal violent histories, that has to be taken into consideration, because at this particular point, it's far beyond a mistake. This is somebody that has no regard for the law. And that case has to be looked at on a deeper level. So when I say that, it's several cases where, cases were dismissed and they get out, they reoffend. And, I think I did bring up Arbery Anthony's case, how she was hurt, murderer. His case was dismissed. He got out, came back out and murdered her and the horse. And different cases like that where I feel as though you have to have a prosecutorial heart in order to really evaluate those type of cases. And when you're beholden to different groups of people, or even, your friends and different type of things, different type of factors play into people's minds when they're in that seat to make these decisions on what cases proceed, dismiss, whatever. But when we're seeing a level of increase in murders, and we watch the news, we see the jails, we see everything that's going on. So we see that, cases aren't being moved, or things may have been dismissed early on and cases aren't being prosecuted. That's where I stand at. When you see people are getting out and reoffending and committing serious cases. I believe it was one in the news article. He killed someone, shot him in the back of the head, did 18 months, got out, and just killed somebody over Christmas. That type of stuff. Like, our community isn't safe with that going on. I do believe there are assistant district attorneys in that office that are really working and do have a heart for what they're doing. I'm not speaking as the office as a whole, because there's people in there that really does care. And so I'm just saying, from a level of a career prosecutor like myself, in the current administration, you have levels of defense attorneys and different type of things, and not having that career prosecutor heart like myself, I feel like people aren't being held accountable like they should be. And that's just my personal opinion.
I just had to ask the question.
I know.
It
I
ain't me.
know.
This question 9.
I see it. I
This
see it.
9.
I see
This
it.
come from the fellas around the corner.
Okay. Hey,
So
fellas around the corner. Thank you for the question 9.
I just had to ask the question.
Yeah.
But listen, let me ask you this question now. Let's go into the future.
Let's go.
We're gonna go into the future.
Let's go.
You just won the election.
Okay.
You are the
Thank
next
you,
DA.
Jesus.
We just went into the future.
Yeah.
Barbershop Talk Live, we can do that.
Okay.
So now you have just won the election, so you are the current DA.
Okay.
So that being said, with your office, work with the mayor's office and the mayor's office is pretty much responsible for some of the ways we can say that the crimes can be, not the crimes, but the safety of the community. So how would the DA office and the mayor's office work together to maybe suppress or make the community a better, safer place?
Do you mean to say the mayor's office or the sheriff's office?
Well, the sheriff office, the mayor's office. In other words, everybody working together.
Okay.
Everybody working together.
Because the mayor, I don't think his office has anything to do with the prosecutorial or the crime stuff. So I will say sheriff's office.
We'll say the sheriff office.
And that's where the restore comes in my little platform. So you're hitting these things. Yeah.
Okay,
Uphold, protect, restore.
Okay.
So one of DAC, the district attorney now, the most important thing to me is working with other agencies. That's the only way that we're going to see change. So it's vital to have a relationship with the sheriff, because we all work together to protect our communities. And so that's one big thing with the overpopulation of the jail. The jails are, backed up. I think at one point it was said that 1,000 people it holds, and then they were over like 1,200. That is a reflection of the criminal justice system as a whole, because it's the DA's responsibility to move cases. And so we all have to work together. And I do believe that, the judges control their cases. So all three entities have to work together in order to get out of this hole of the backlog. And to either you're going to let them plea and let them out, or send them, to the prison system, or you're going to try their case. And so if you're going to give them an offer where it's probation, then those people, it needs to be a quicker turnaround than what it is. And so really getting in there as the DA at this point, because you're prophetic and you said, I'm just, but even being able to get in there, see what the numbers are, and work against those numbers, and work with the sheriff's office and any other entity that's necessary, because the FBI, the GBI, the state's attorney's office, the sheriff's office, the DA's office, everybody, because they come in and do those busts together. So when the DA's office is left out of that, that's a problem. So these relationships with other agencies need to be restored. And so that's one of my biggest things, is to get in there and restore these relationships so that we can move cases and that we can protect our communities. Because the gang task force, CAVE, all that stuff was dismantled. It's time to mantle this stuff back up so we can see crime go down, because crime is up. Despite what people want to say, because the last time I said crime was up, I was called a hysterian. But, it's evident.
Okay. Well, listen, I think we got a question from the floor.
Yes, we surely do. Can you hear me? I'm good back there on the mic? All right. Yeah, I got a question from Shabazz. He said, what will you do to bring down the sex trafficking in Augusta, Georgia?
Thank you. You said Shabazz? Okay. Thank you for that question. So sex trafficking, and that's another part of the relationship. So we need a sex trafficking task force that will be a part of going out and educating the schools, parents, and everything about the situation at hand, because it's pertinent. Georgia was #1 reporting of sex trafficking. We know it happens more probably in the Atlanta area, but we were the ones that actually #1 in reporting in the state of Georgia. So just knowing that it's here, it's a part of gang initiations. It's a part of, as we see, a lot of teens are, missing or running away and different type of things. And it's happening here. And so education is key, letting people know that it's happening, what signs to look for, what to be aware of. So awareness, going out, educating in the school systems, other children, and what to look for, and kind of letting them know it's here, the parents. And so my thing is creating a board that will really go into the schools and go into the community and bring awareness. Also prevention, like I said, what to look out for.
Okay.
Is there a task force already here in Augusta?
I know it's I don't know. Well, I'm a part of the sexual response team. So we have a sexual response team and we have a domestic violence task force. Those two task forces that I'm a part of. Sex trafficking, I've seen presentations on sex trafficking here. I'm not sure if there's a current sex trafficking task force here presently, but that's something that definitely I would get involved in if I was a district attorney, and my office would definitely be involved in.
Okay, okay.
Another question.
Another question.
Yeah, I got another. He said, what can you do better? What can you do better than the person that's already in office? What will you do, or what can you do?
That is my platform: uphold, protect, and restore. I will uphold the laws with fair and just prosecution. So I feel like obviously fair and just prosecution may or may not be happening right now. You know, like I said, I moved here in 2019. So to me, these y'all know politics is kind of a little cliquish and kind of
Yeah.
ran. Some people are beholden to different things and people and different situations, but I don't have that. I'm just here to do what's right and to do what's fair in the system, because when people know, okay, well that's a prosecutor, she's always fair. That's what I want to hear with me, because I don't want, oh, because of who your attorney is, I'm going to give you a better offer than who his attorney is, because it's not about friendships. It's about the crime that was committed and everybody having a fair and just resolution. So I shouldn't give you 30 years to serve, but then I go dismiss his case and y'all committed the same crime because I'm friends with this particular person's attorney. That's not fair. That's not just. Creating a fairness across the whole entire board, because it's about the person live that committed the crime. They're on trial. They committed a crime. They deserve fair and just prosecution. The victims deserve to see justice. That's not justice to have you go away for 30 years, but I've dismissed this person's case and they're back on the street. That's not fair. That's not just. And to protect our community by holding people accountable, like we just went over that particular aspect of it, and restoring hope with other agencies as well as victims. I've had several victims reach out to me about how they were treated or spoken to, or how they didn't feel like they received justice, and that's a problem for me. I've heard the current administration say, "I don't represent victims. I represent you, you, and you." But yes, you do. Our job is to wear the white hat. It's our job to seek justice for victims. At any moment, any of us can be a victim in the community, and you want somebody that's in that seat that's going to represent you from beginning to end, and to know that okay, this person cares and they care about the outcome for my case, and and they feel like that office worked for them as the victim. So those are big components of what I'm looking at. I'm going to bring back CAVE, the crimes against the vulnerable and the elderly, because that's a group of people that are targeted. It's a lot of crimes against the elderly that's going on. They're abused, or they go into these situations where people are stealing their money, and they're at the end of their time frame. They shouldn't have to go out being victimized. That breaks my heart, as well as the gang task force that was also dismantled, and that has to come back, because that's a level of violence that we need to make sure we have our hand in. And so just being able to do that, also to move the cases to help with that backlog. We're still operating off a COVID-19 backlog. So all these things, like my number one job in there is to get in there and get these numbers and go to work, because I'm just here to do the work. Like I said, I'm not a politician. I'm a public servant. I'm just here to do the work.
Okay, okay. Got a comment from the floor?
Shabazz, so you got his vote already.
Oh, well, thank you, Shabazz. I appreciate that.
All
May
right.
21st. Early voting start April 29th.
Well, listen now. You being Pentecostal,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say a word that Pentecostals don't even like to say.
Say it.
Hate.
Ooh.
Ooh, I hate it. I said that.
Mm.
The word hate.
Yeah.
Now watch how I'm gonna come this thing with this word hate.
Come back around. You about to come back
I'm
around?
finna come back
You
around
about
this
to
word
walk
hate.
it.
I hate this time of year. I hate this time of year. Amber, because this time of year, everybody comes out, vote for me, vote for me. They come to the churches,
They do.
come down there and
I
sit
hate
in
that part.
all these church visits. You ain't been in my church none but this time of year. So I hate this time of
Right.
year, because the politicians, the supposed to be politicians, they come out, preach their platform, talk about this, talk about that, what I'm going to do.
Right.
Now, when,
I
hate
hate
it.
that part too.
I hate it.
I hate going to churches.
All that stuff.
I hate it.
So
Now,
look,
I told my campaign manager earlier. I said, listen,
uh,
You ain't got to ever worry about me going to nobody church saying vote for me.
Right.
I believe in separation of church and state. Although it's a part of the
It's a
little,
part of it.
you gotta go.
You gotta
I
go. Yeah.
but I ain't gonna stand up and ask y'all come talk to me outside, and
Right.
I pass up my stuff and
Because what
ask for your
happened?
vote.
Let me tell you what happened. When they do that, they come that one time,
Uh-huh.
and we don't see them no more.
You don't see them no more.
We don't see them no more.
But you know the other part that's kind of got me a little
What's that?
tied up? I've been going to churches that I like. And I want to keep going back. I got my own church, COP Cathedral of Praise.
All
Shout
right,
out
look
to
at that.
Bishop Paul Coppett. Listen, I got my own church family. I missed them so much by being on this campaign trail. But I fell in love with some churches. And I was like, okay, I'm definitely coming back. They'll tell you now, don't let this be the last time we see you. Like you speaking of
Right,
that
right.
campaign trail.
Right.
You only see them that one time, and
One
that's
time.
it. But no, I really enjoyed going to different churches and experiencing it. But I don't stand in there and ask for a vote. No.
Okay, but let me come around again. Do you know what Augusta is known for?
What?
Augusta around the world is known for 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want my crew behind the scene to count these things out when I say these 3 things. You don't know, but Augusta is known for 3 things around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what those 3 things Augusta is known for?
Well, I know the Masters for sure.
Okay.
Oh.
What's number 2?
Dun,
Three
dun, dun.
three things Augusta is known for around the world.
Around. Oh yeah, James Brown.
James
of course,
Brown.
Of course. Oh, yeah,
Augusta
yeah.
National and James Brown. Now, what's
Uh-huh.
the 3rd thing Augusta is known for?
Hmm.
You got to know this now. You ain't been here long enough to figure this out.
Wait now.
Augusta is known for 3 things.
Not the potholes.
No, Augusta National, James Brown,
yeah.
and what's the 3rd thing Augusta is known for?
Oh, what you about to?
Don't you tell me you don't know this.
Huh?
Don't you tell me you don't
Well,
know it.
listen. I already know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The military?
The Cyber Center.
No.
Oh.
Augusta is known for 3 things
Oh,
around the
that's
world.
So you wasn't knowing about that. Yeah.
Augusta National, Tiger Woods Masters, James Brown, I Feel Good.
Listen, you got me over here.
And the 3rd thing Augusta is known for is
The hot seat right now.
is the clicks.
Oh, you're right about it now.
The clicks.
I wasn't gonna.
The clicks.
You're
That's
right
why
about
stuff come and go. It don't stay as long as it does stay, or it should have came but didn't come because of the clicks. Now, Miss Amber, I'm so, nothing.
I heard you say the potholes. That should have been a sign right there,
That's
huh?
so,
Oh, okay. I'm
Miss
sorry.
Brantley, I'm gonna say Miss Brantley.
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna be part of the clicks if the Lord sees fit to put you in that position? Or you gonna get clicked up?
The
Because
Lord-
it's hard to not get clicked up because you in a click town.
Yeah. Well, the Lord told me He ain't created me to be a part of that. He created me to stand out, not to fit in, but to stand out. I ain't a part of the clique, and I don't plan on being clicked up because
Okay.
it's not about clicks. Oh, you have?
I heard it.
Listen,
We heard
I
it.
already told you
We
now.
heard it.
Anything.
We heard it. We heard it.
You done heard it before.
We heard it. We heard that talk. We heard that politician talk.
You did.
We heard that
But
politician.
you remember now, I told you I ain't a politician.
Well, sometime when you're in that role, you become a politician.
Oh no.
So when you get in front of the podium, get behind the mic, and get in front of a crowd, you automatically become a politician. So we heard the click talk. We heard the
I'm for
politician talk.
Listen, I'm for what's right. Because let me tell you something. I had to have this conversation with a man that worked at the cellular phone place in Walmart. He told me, he said, you're a prosecutor. Oh, you crooked. I said, why I gotta be crooked? Because you work for the state. You crooked. I said, you don't think God put good people in position that's gonna do the right thing? He was like, nah, they're gonna corrupt you. I said, well, let me tell you something. I said, there's one thing I fear in this whole entire world. I don't fear a lot of stuff. I don't fear nothing really. But the one thing that I do fear is God. And at the end of the day, I got to stand before judgment. And I got to give an account for every decision I made. So I want all my decisions to be what's right and what's just. Because guess what? I got to stand account for that. And so that's what I live by. God told me very early on to remain humble. People get the big head. They get in these seats, think they're godlike. Think it's about them, and it's not. It's about the people. It's about the lives. And so at the end of the day, Jesus was a public servant. He came not to be served, but to serve. And so that's one thing about me. I'm here to serve. I'm not here for the glitz and the glam, for people to like me. Because, this situation now, I got a lot of enemies. But I just really believe that this is something that God is leading me to do. Because my prayer, I told you I prayed in 2019, God put people in position that care and that has a heart for the people. And God said, why not you? So my heart is for the people. My heart is for this community. I live here. My daughter goes to school here. Although I work in Columbia County, I live here, and to see what's going on here breaks my heart. And so I just want to be a part of the change and make a difference. And so literally, I fear God. I don't fear man. I fear God. And so my faith and my obedience, Mr. Milton, that's all I got.
I got you.
That's
I
all I
got you.
got.
So if you haven't had a chance to watch my Facebook page, I put a lot of different things on there every other day, and I call it the word for the day. The word for the day is however that word applies to the person that reads it. So whatever I put on there, you just interpret how it applies to your life or applies to your situation. So I'm gonna give you the word for the day. Oh, okay. I'm gonna come back. Let me give you the word for the day. The word for the day is leadership.
Okay.
Leadership determines the destiny of its followers. Leadership. That's the word for the day.
That's the word of the day.
It determines the destiny of its followers. Now, Amber, what did that statement mean to you?
It means
Then we're
everything.
gonna go to the question from the floor.
It means everything because as a leader, with having followers, they gonna act how I lead, and I gotta lead by an example, and that's what I want to set forth in my office, leading by example. If I expect my people to show up, I gotta show up. If I expect my people to do what's right and fair for the people, I gotta do what's right and fair for the people. So if I expect this out of somebody else, I gotta be doing it first. And that's what Jesus did. He came led by example. So now we got something to mimic. So I know that people are looking up to me. They're going to mimic me. I know that my office is going to stand on my morals and belief and how I operate myself. And so I have to be that leadership, set that role and that example for everybody else that's following.
Okay, I think we got a question from the floor.
Yeah, we do. Someone, Shabazz asked, are you looking into some of these missing people cases?
Am I doing what?
We're looking to pull up some of these cases that people have been missing and stuff.
The cold cases.
Missing people cases.
Yeah, the missing person cases.
Would I look into them?
Yeah, people. Yeah.
So when you have missing people cases and cold cases, that's shut by the sheriff's office. So, if they get new evidence or something that really sparks an interest for them to reopen, the DA's office gets involved literally when the warrants are taken. So we start at warrant level. So when the warrants are taken by the sheriff or the deputies, then they give us the warrants come over.
Y'all don't pull cases. Y'all deal with the warrants. Then y'all go after
Right. So we start at So we
trial and warrants.
Yeah, so from start of warrant all the way up from arrest, when a person is arrested, those warrants are sent over to the prosecutor's office, and we start at warrant level. So if somebody's missing or they make a missing persons report, they go through the sheriff's office and make that right. And then if they investigate, and if they have no findings or whatever, then they shut their cases or however if they don't have any evidence. Right. So until they make an arrest or do something, it doesn't come to the DA's office.
Okay, I got you. Barbershop Talk Loud World wanted to know that.
Oh yeah, I
They
appreciate
just
it.
wanted to know.
I-
Yeah, education. Miss Brantley, what when the time comes and we all go back and look at your career, look at your life, look at everything that you did, what will you want to be known for? In other words, what is your legacy? What is your legacy now? As we look back forward, what would be your legacy?
My legacy would be just what we was talking about this whole entire time, that she did what's right, what's just, and what's fair. She was a woman of her word, and she walked what she taught. That's
Okay,
it.
that's your legacy.
That's it.
See us over at Barbershop Talk Loud World. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, because I enjoyed the conversation talking with her. She gave us a lot of good information. If you didn't hear everything, you can give us a call at 706-426-1533. We'll make sure you get all the information you need. Before we go any further, how can the people get in contact with you? If they want to ask you some personal questions or anything about law, if they want to be in the position that you want to get, that you are in, how can they get in contact with you? Any ways they can follow you?
Yeah, so you can follow me on social media outlets. We have Facebook and we have Instagram, elect Amber Brantley for DA. And we also have a website, elect Amber Brantley for da.com. So you can actually look at my website, learn a little bit more about me, see my beautiful family online, read about my, everything that I've accomplished throughout my life. What I stand for, my platform. And so, yeah, social media, my website, contact me.
Okay,
Follow me.
Now listen, I'm going to ask that media guy, can I get about 8 more minutes before we get out of here? He gave me a thumbs up. We got like 8 more minutes. But see, listen, as I noticed the conversation that we've been having, and I can feel your whole aurora, what's going on. And I found out that you are a challenger. You love a challenge.
Oh Lord,
You
what kind
love
of
a
challenge?
challenge.
What kind of challenge I like?
Well, that's just the type of person you are. Am I correct? Because if somebody say you can't, what you gonna do?
Nah, keep going, baby.
You gonna keep going and proving wrong. So you are a
That's right.
challenger.
Yeah.
You make sure you hold that challenge. If you say I can't, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You a challenger.
And I'm gonna go hard.
You gonna go hard in the
That's
paint.
it.
Now the folks down south say they go hard in the paint. That's what they say.
That's what they say now. Yeah.
So you a challenge. You love a challenge. That being said, Miss Amber, I got to challenge you.
Oh.
Got to be more careful. I got to get the red challenge flag out. This
Dun,
is
dun, dun.
this is the red challenge
So
flag.
you got the lap cloth the whole time.
This that's what I'm saying.
I needed a little lap
You,
cloth.
I got
you
the cloth
lap
ready.
cloth right here.
You got to get challenged. This
Oh,
is the
my
challenge
Lord.
flag. And listen, the way this thing work on Barbershop Talk Live, when this challenge flag hit the floor, I'm going to present you with a challenge.
Okay.
And you are always uphold to keep this challenge.
Okay.
You ready for this challenge?
I'm a pole to do it, huh?
You got to do it.
As long as it don't drop and you tell me to give you a chip,
You never know on Barbershop Talk
I'll
Live.
bust out with my.
You-
Listen,
You never know. So you ready for the challenge?
I'm ready.
All right, there's a challenge flag. Your challenge is to continue serving the people of the CSRA, continue to serving the people in the Richmond and Burke County area. Your challenge is to make sure when your caseload gets so heavy, you get off into your secret closet and pray.
Oh yes.
You get off into that secret closet and you pray, Lord, please, Lord,
Look
in
at
the
that
name.
Memphis.
You
Yes.
get off into that secret closet. That's your challenge. You got to make sure when you come home, you let the time code there. You got time for your husband, time for them kids, because there are times they need your time.
That's right.
You got to make sure. Also, your challenge is when your phone keep ringing, when the emails keep coming in, when the doggone phones keep coming, you got to make sure you give those people what you in their office to do. That's your challenge. Now, again, you are getting to a place that we need you. We want to see you. Your challenge is to be visible.
To be visible.
Your challenge is to do what you say you're going to do.
That's it.
That's your challenge. Now, Ms. Amber, you can't hold that challenge. We'll get you out this hot seat right now.
Oh, don't take me out
That's
the
your,
hot seat
that's
now.
your challenge. That is your. So can you uphold the challenge to serve the people?
Challenge accepted, and I will. And I told you, got my number.
I got
If
your
I'm
number.
slipping, hey, no,
Listen,
I ain't gonna slip.
CSRA, if she don't hold her challenge, we gonna.
Listen,
That's your challenge.
I accept the challenge, and I will do it.
That's your challenge.
Because at the end of the day, what? I want to hear the Lord say, "Well done, thy
Well
good
done.
and faithful servant."
Well done.
That's it.
Don't forget about the secret closet.
I'm not. I got it now.
You better get in that closet.
I've been in the closet.
You've been in the closet.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been challenged.
Yeah.
You just been challenged.
And I accept the challenge.
You accept the challenge.
I do.
So listen, since you've been challenged, I got to challenge the people of the Barbershop Talk Live world. Barbershop Talk Live world, she's been challenged, and I believe she can uphold the challenge, but I got a challenge for you. For those of you who are watching Barbershop Talk Live, we got something to give away.
Uh-oh.
Can I give away something? Listen, right here, I got what we call a facial steamer.
Ooh.
Now, I'm gonna let you hold that, Ms. Bram. I'm gonna let you hold it. Let the people
It's
see.
pink.
It's pink. Listen, this is what we call a facial steamer. Put your face down, steam your face, get those pimples, get those black hairs out your face, clean your face. But the only way you can get this prize, you had to pay attention to the conversation because we got a conversation that we had. I enjoyed it. So listen, to get this steamer for you, then you got to answer the question. We're gonna give you 3 questions. Can I give you 3 questions?
3 questions.
Can we? What? DJ say 3. We're going to give you 3 questions. If you paid attention to the conversation, get the question correctly, this steamer belongs to you. The first question is always a simple question. The first question is always simple. I'm going to give you a simple question. The first question is, what hometown is she from?
Uh-oh. Gotta know it.
You
Said
better
a
know. If you
couple
don't know it, I'm going to bust your
Shabazz,
face.
you know. Shabazz, you've been watching. I know you know.
What is her hometown? Where is she from? That's the first question. The first question is always a simple question. Again, the first question is, what hometown is she from? Now listen, the second question is going to be a little tricky. You had to pay attention to the conversation. The second question is going to be a little tricky. The second question is, what are the 3 things she wanted to do growing up? You had to pay attention to the conversation, but I know you did. So again, the second question is a little tricky. You maybe get 2 out of 3, but give me the 3 things that she wanted to do when she was growing up. She gave it to you earlier. If you paid attention to the conversation, she said it. Also, the third question is, it's a simple question. I'm going to get back simple. I'm going to get back simple. If you pay attention to the second part of this conversation, what church does she go to now? What church tear up the floors and knock over the...
Come on now. Come on now. You got to come to our church.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
And you going to take a lap?
Big bottle of olive oil, I'm coming.
Oh, yeah. He
I'm
got some
coming.
oil for you, too,
I'm
now.
coming. Got
Come
to
on.
be more
Bishop,
careful.
give him a good word
I'm
now.
coming. Listen, first question again, what hometown is she from? Second question is a little tricky. What are the 3 jobs, what the 3 choices you wanted to do growing up? And if you know the third question, what church does she belong to? Barbershop Talk Live, we always live here on Barbershop Talk Live each and every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Listen, if you want to be a special guest on Barbershop Talk Live, just inbox me. You want to be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, just inbox me. Also, if you want to be a sponsor of Barbershop Talk Live, please, man, please, sir, we would love to have you as a sponsor. Also, don't forget, April the 20th coming up, April the 20th, our annual 70s party right here in Augusta, Georgia.
Woo-hoo.
Again, that's April the 20th. We got some
Get your
bands
tickets.
that's lined up. Get your tickets. Go to
I got mine.
Eventbrite.
Get
Come by.
yours.
She has hers.
I got mine. Get yours.
And she got the bell bottoms to match it. So I'm telling you, stop by Jay's Place Barbershop to get your tickets. This is a HIV fundraiser we do each and every year. We're looking for people to get tested in the community. Also, go to our Facebook page, like and subscribe. Also, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe. And listen, this is something I want to throw in there. Can I throw this in there?
Throw it on in there.
If today is your birthday, put it on the screen. We're going to make sure she sang a birthday song for you. So get your name on the screen. She'll be standing around to sing the birthday song to you.
I will.
So please, ma'am, please, sir, put your birthday on the screen. You can call us, and she will sing.
I will.
Happy birthday to you. Just something that we do here at Barbershop Talk Live, because you never know.
Well, I do know someone whose birthday it is.
Well, whose birthday is
It
it?
is Judge Kelly Kenner McIntyre's birthday.
All right, Judge. All right,
Chief
Judge.
Judge.
Happy
State
birthday
Court.
to the judge. And you ready for the song? And the song is...
Oh, wait, now she ain't put it on the
Oh.
screen.
Listen.
Wait now.
Happy
She ain't
birth-
put it on now. Judge McIntyre, you watching? She ain't put it up done now.
Man, she just-
Happy birthday
look at
to
that.
you.
Look at that.
Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy
Look at that.
birthday. Hey, we need to come do
That's
this
that
more
Pentecostal.
often. I'm
That's
telling you.
you have to be more careful.
Wait, let me show you the Pentecostal.
Yeah, come on. Oh. Listen, CSO, I encourage you to keep watching Barbershop Talk Live. But listen, next week our special guest in the hot seat right here in the hot seat Barbershop Talk Live. The next week's special guest is Don D.C. Clark. I say that Don D.C. Clark will be right here in this hot seat. So please, man, please, sir, call a friend, call a church member, call a coworker, even call your enemies to tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. Again, this is a live conversation. This is a live broadcast. So again, I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Listen, anything that you want to tell us that we leave out here? Microphone.
It is on. I'm sorry.
Anything.
I didn't know you was gonna pass it back to me. Now look,
You
we
got to
was
be
flowing.
ready.
Look, we was flowing
You
all
got to be
day.
ready
Look,
on
I wasn't even
Barbershop.
ready. I wasn't even ready. Okay, so please go out and vote. Please vote. Use your voice. People die behind a right to vote. So please make sure you exercise your right to vote. Early voting begins April 29th. It's from April 29th to May 17th. Election day is May 21st. I ask you to vote, vote, vote. I ask for your support. I ask for your prayers. And more importantly, I ask for your vote on May 21st. Vote for Amber Brantley for District Attorney. Remember, I'm here to uphold, protect, and restore. Thank you.
All right, CSO, I thank you for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next week at the same time, Again, go to Facebook, Barbershop Talk Live, or you can go to YouTube, Barbershop Talk Live. Like and subscribe to those pages. Like, subscribe to those channels. And again, your birthday, let us know we're saying something. So, you ready to get out of here? You ready?
Ready.
You ready to get out of here? Listen, now we always go out here a certain way.
Okay.
You know, when you come in a certain way. When we leave out, we go out a different way. So here at Barbershop Talk
Like
Live,
church.
yeah, we just like church. You know, you want to feel.
Come in one way, leave
You
another
gotta
way.
know the way. The spirit is on you.
I came in here nervous, but I walked out here feeling good.
You was nervous?
I was.
No, you wasn't.
I was nervous.
Well, I think we made you unnervous.
You did.
Is that a word, unnervous? We're going to call that a word.
Yeah, we're going to call it a word.
Unnervous.
There's nothing wrong with inventing your own stuff.
We just
you know?
invented it. Barbershop Talk Live say unnervous.
You said it first.
Unnervous. So,
think it's
CSO
a
Barbershop Talk
word.
Live again. Thank you for tuning in. To my good friend Bobby Hill, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, man. You are a beast behind the camera. Listen, to my good friend DJ J. Will, if you're looking for a DJ, give him a call at 803-215-3838. Again, that's 803-215-3838. Listen, CSO, if you need a haircut, please, man, please, sir, stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Listen, also, don't forget, if it's on your mind in Barbershop Talk Live, let's talk about it. And I encourage you to know your status. Get your HIV test, know your status, be careful with what you're doing, be mindful of what you're doing. And again, as she said before, no matter who you do it, no matter how you do it, but please go and vote.
And make sure you're registered to vote.
Register to vote.
Yeah.
Please, man, please, sir. Now, Am, you ready to get out of here?
I am.
You ready to get out of here? I enjoyed the conversation.
I did too.
I enjoyed it. It was pretty good.
it was a good
Now, listen, now,
conversation.
what we got to do now, where we get out, you got to follow me.
Okay.
You don't mind following me?
I don't know now.
Just follow me, and we gonna tell the people at Barbershop Talk Live, we just follow me now.
Okay.
On the count of 3, you follow me.
We
You
all
ready?
have a friend
Ready?
who loves the
You ready?
McDonald's
Count of 3.
hot, crispy.
See you
filet-O-fish.
later.
See you later.
That friend.
You'll find exclusive deals in the McDonald's app like 2 Filet-O-Fish for $6.